This is Rockstar Footage Factory, and I'm here with my camera crew that should have been with me at Knock Hill, but while it's top of mind, there are still some things on this car I need to get before I can bring it on to Knock Hill. For example, hood pins. I need to get the fuel system down and everything, all the wires securely fastened so that this car can go on to Knock Hill. So I didn't want to waste these guys' time. I already booked them. So I said, screw it, come on down. And these guys have been really good. Another thing that I need to work on is new leaf springs. So S6 Mustang, I ordered them almost a month ago and they still haven't arrived. So these leaf springs are designed more for drag racing. You can see right here it has the slapper bar. What the heck of bar is this called? I can't remember. Nonetheless, it needs to get removed. It's specifically for drag racing. And I'm going to lower this to the ground. And with the current setup, the front end's going to be a little bit higher. So I need to see where that's sitting and then adjust the front end accordingly with the springs, with either a Shelby drop and whatever not. And then behind the camera, we got Warner, and he's at Knock Hill quite a bit. You hear him laughing right now. It's been a huge help. I can't wait to have him record me going around track, and something a little bit more safer than this right here. Diving deeper into what's going on with the carburetor, we were running about 9 psi, which is just too much for this Edelbrock. It needs to be at 4.5 with the electric fuel pump. So I added a fuel regulator, and I'm also adding a gauge. And since we're going over the car, let's talk about interior. We've got I gotta find these panels. I really want to cover up the electronics. That's one of the reasons I put this plate on. I guess I could buy a radio, but I haven't decided exactly what I want. But I need to fasten these wires up a little bit more. I'm thinking about getting a new steering column, but in the meantime, while I'm still running this old one, this Death Machine, I need to zip tie this to the column itself. If you look over right there, you can see the panel, the kick panel. I'm not sure, whatever you call that needs to be installed. And then I'm thinking maybe I need to get some mats. Another thing I want to do, especially for the racetrack, I removed the trim for the windshield, and I've seen on race cars they have these brackets they put on here. They drill into here, and it holds the windshield into place a little bit better. But I haven't seen it at Summit Racing or online for sale. So if you're a racer out there and you know where you can get those brackets, leave me a message, comment.
Talk us through a little bit of the improvements you've done with the fuel.
I need to pop the hood, the bonnet,
right,
to double check it, make sure all the clamps are good. I installed the fuel pump about maybe 3 years ago. Was really it was acting funny, so I installed a new fuel pump, and I didn't do any research on it, and it worked better. But the problem is, I didn't realize I was sending about maybe 40% too much PSI to the carburetor. The carburetor can handle it, right? And the engine never really ran right. And then I was adjusting the carb, and it never ran right. So finally, I decided, I researched, like, just upgrade the fuel regulator. It gives a little bit more adjustment. So I did it instantly. The new fuel, the car instantly ran better. I mean, it runs so much better than it did. It was raspy, it was nasty, but now it runs a lot better. I haven't really given it a lot of throttle yet, so I wonder how much. So I added a pressure gauge to it just so I could see exactly what I'm running as far as pressure is concerned. And I got it now at about 4.5 psi. But I want to add a pressure gauge to the hard portion of the carburetor, because I don't like it flapping around. Even the fuel right now is kind of flopping around. It's not as secure as I want it to be.
right.
It makes it a real hazard.
Oh man, what a noise. Oh, that was incredible.
Warner, tell me how you felt about this.
This thing is absolutely incredible. I loved it. The noise, everything, just the way it was driving, it was just incredible to be in, you know. But I don't know, if you're talking about knock hell, I don't know if this is a bit too loud.
Stop.
It might be a bit too loud.
They allow my R1 on there and I don't have any baffles. That thing's loud as hell. They don't test it dB wise.
I mean, I don't know about the bikes, but I mean, I know the cars are sometimes test.
Do they really?
Yeah.
No.
Yep. I'm sure the limit is 105 decibels.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, anybody watching this in the comments, I guess we could go online and research it. But I mean, have they really? Because they don't test the bikes. Are they really going to test the cars?
I mean, quite possibly. I mean, they have before. I've seen it. So whether this gets tested or not, I don't know.
Well, anybody watching this in the comments, if you have a car that's super loud and you have had a test, like, Warner, you say yes, I say no. Tell me which one's right. Am I right? You don't test it? Because this thing going down the straight would just be nasty. But other than that, we pulled up to the petrol station, and Warner was going through his notes, and this lady came up to me and she's like, "Oh, it's my dream car." And I'm like, "I'm married. And I'm wearing this high vis, and God, I look so much better when I'm in this thing because I'm an ugly dude in real life, you know. Yeah, I had a lot of fun. Did you? Nice. When I get the new when I get the Skyline back, you're gonna be riding in the Skyline so that you could tell me the difference. Because from my point of view, I have my own thoughts, and I'll tell you on camera. But from your point of view, being a third party, I want to get your opinion.
But I want to also get you right in this thing when it has new suspension, so you can feel the difference.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Yep. And then kind of go over how I upgraded the springs, the leafs, and yeah. Closing thoughts. What do you think, Moore?
I think it's absolutely brilliant. You know, I think, you know, once you get that rear suspension sorted out, I think that's just going to be an absolute weapon. Yeah, give it a bit more power, and I think it's definitely track ready.
You know what we should do? Here's actually another great video idea. Is what we should do, you and me. We should get the 360, and we should hold it in such a way where maybe it's outside of the car. I got two 360s even.
Yep.
And we should people's responses
yes.
as we drive by to see that's what we should do, the difference in responses. Because remember the old man that passed this?
Yeah. Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, old men love this. You know what I mean? If you're over the age of 50, you're like, I love this.
Yeah.
But even she must have been 40 something, and she's like, oh, it's such a dream car. But that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna hold the 360 up to see people's responses just out and about in the world.
Oh, definitely. That'll be a good. Yep, that'll be a good one. Definitely.